Hello YouTube friends, today we are going to go over a ton of sheet masks. That's right, I am doing my sheet mask review. As you can see, these are all open and I'm going to tell you which ones I thought were absolutely worth the money, the ones that did something, the ones that made my skin feel amazing after using them, and which ones you should just not even bother with. But before we start, I just want to say hi if you are new. My name is Meredith and welcome to my channel, mereofalltrades, where we do lipstick of the day. It's the one that I'm wearing, and this one is from Burt's Bees. This is their matte lip crayon, and it is in the shade Redwood Forest. I love it. I think it's a gorgeous color, and I really have been reaching for it a lot lately. Alright, so I have a ton of sheet masks, and I have one non-sheet mask, so we're going to start with that one. So this one is one that I've gotten recently, and I haven't completely used it up, but I have really been liking how it's been making my skin feel, so I thought I would share it with you. So this one is the Glow Recipe Watermelon Sleeping Mask. Now first of all, it does have a lovely melony, cucumber melon sort of scent to it. It is lovely. It is a little on the thin side, and it's sort of a watery gel-like consistency. I don't know if that's even, there you go, kind of see that. It glides on really nice and smooth. You only need a little bit to cover a large area, and I do feel like my skin feels smoother and more hydrated when I wake up in the morning. So this one has AHA and hyaluronic acid, and it's for radiance and softening, and I would absolutely agree with that product labeling. I think it's great. I'm definitely going to use this up for sure, and I think that this is something that probably like spring and summer I would repurchase like a full size of this and use it over the summer months and even the spring months, because I do think it is very hydrating, but I feel like at this time of the year I want like a nice thick cream. But it definitely does a great job, and I would recommend it. So if you're someone who doesn't live in a particularly dry climate, or maybe your winters just don't get as cold as they do here in Minnesota, or maybe you have combo to oily skin, I think you could use this. I don't think it would break you out, and I really recommend it. I think it's great. Okay, so now on to all the sheet masks. I've tried a few. I currently have a sheet mask problem. I have a lot of problems, but I've been buying a lot of sheet masks lately. I shouldn't say I bought them all. Some of them have come in subscription boxes, but so this one is one that I actually tried today. This is from the brand Karuna, and this is their Renewal eye mask. This one I liked. I have one that I like better. I do feel like it gave my under eye area some really nice hydration, and I do feel like I'm a little bit less puffy in the under eye area, which is something I've really been having a problem with lately. I feel like I've filmed some videos and I go and watch the footage back again and I'm like, what the heck? Why do my eyes look so puffy? So anyways, I do feel like this made a difference, and there is some serum left in the bottom of this one, so I'm actually going to save this. That's one of my tips for you guys, is I save the packets when I'm done, and I will use the excess serum for a lot of times several days afterwards, because there's still some left in there. So I like to get my money's worth. I like to buy the fancy and expensive products, but I certainly don't want to waste my money and throw all the serum away. So I liked this one, and if I found a good deal on like a multi-pack or something, I would purchase those and use them again. But the winner in the eye mask category is one that I have talked about before. This is the Wander Beauty Baggage Claim Gold Eye Masks. Now this one is actually not open because I haven't used this one, but I did want to be able to pull this out and show you guys. So that's what it looks like. I believe it comes in a box of 6 of them, and they retail for like $25 on Sephora's website. I would want to get them on sale because that's a lot of money for 6 eye masks, but or sets of eye masks. But I absolutely saw a large difference when I used this, so I need to be remembering to pull these out and actually use them from time to time. But I absolutely love them, and I would recommend them. Okay, so then we have a few more from the Karuna brand. Actually, hold on, I'm missing one. Where is it? Ha ha ha. Hang on. Okay, 3 of them. I knew there was another one. Okay, so I used the hydrating face mask, which I do think hydrated. It's supposed to help with dull, dry, and dehydrated skin. I do think it did that. I thought it did a nice job. I don't think it's my favorite mask, but I thought that it did give me hydration. And I actually have figured out one specific ingredient in a sheet mask that you should look for, which I'm going to share with you here in a second. But this one is the Age Defying mask, which again I do feel like helped brighten up my skin. I felt like it hydrated. It was very nice. But the winner in the Karuna face mask category is actually the Brightening face mask. I used this one and I absolutely saw a difference in my skin. So of all of them, this is the winner. These other ones were nice and they worked fine, but this was excellent. So I've been really trying to pay attention when I use a skincare product to the ingredient list, and the ingredient that is in every single mask that I'm going to recommend to you guys is glycerin. And it isn't just somewhere on the list. It is usually at the top. It's usually either the second or the third ingredient in the sheet mask. So if you're needing hydration and just like beautiful, hydrated, glowy skin, that is the key ingredient that I have noticed. Now, there have been several other ingredients that have been in a lot or all of the sheet masks that I really loved. Licorice root has been in a lot of them. And a lot of them, or all of them, also had sodium hyaluronate, which is the salt sodium version of hyaluronic acid, which holds 1,000 times its weight in water, hence where you're getting some of that hydration from. So the glycerin as the second or third ingredient and sodium hyaluronate or hyaluronic acid somewhere in the ingredient list are key. So, but absolutely this one made my skin look amazing. So highly recommend the brightening one. So another set of 2 from the same brand are from Pharmacy. Now I did these I think as an add-on for my IPSY Glam Bag or Glam Bag Plus a couple of months ago, and there was also a clear winner in this set as well. Now I used the hydrating mask, which glycerin is the second ingredient in that, and then I also used the brightening one. And with the brightening one, glycerin was the second ingredient, but niacinamide was the third ingredient. And I have to say, and this one is with collagen, and this one is with hyaluronic acid. However, this one had hyaluronic acid in it, I do believe. But this was one of the winners of, I would say, all of the sheet masks. I have 2 or 3 that absolutely made such a huge difference in my skin. But I absolutely recommend, if you are looking to try one out, this Pharmacy one retails, they both retail for, I believe, $6. And the Brightening with Collagen Coconut Gel Sheet Mask from Pharmacy is definitely a winner. I highly recommend this one. But both are very good, so if you happen to get a pack of them where you got several, they are both worth using for sure. Okay, so one sheet mask that I'm going to call out a little bit here is one that came in my Facetory subscription. Now this is the Everyday Jasmine face mask, and this is actually from the Facetory brand. Now, it's a moisturizing mask, which I do think it moisturized my skin, and it says our mask contains no harsh chemicals, parabens, SLS, artificial dyes, denatured alcohol, or ethanol, and it has no artificial fragrance. Now, glycerin was a third ingredient in this, and I do think it hydrated, but here's the thing. They're calling this an Everyday Jasmine mask, and if you look at the card that they sent me, they even say key ingredients is Jasminum officinale jasmine in quotation or parentheses extract, and they're saying that this is in the sheet mask. Now, I have looked through this ingredient list multiple times, and I'll just focus. Is it going to do that for me? There is no jasmine extract listed anywhere on this ingredient list. So we'll give them the benefit of the doubt and say that maybe somebody forgot to put that in the ingredient list, although I do believe legally you have to list every single thing. But it's not in here. So don't call it a jasmine mask if you're not going to put jasmine in the mask. Don't sit here and tell me it's in your ingredient list and label it a jasmine mask if it is in fact not in the ingredients. I think that is just false advertisement, and like, don't lie to us. People aren't stupid, and Google will tell me what every single thing is, and if I look it up online. So I don't know, I was a little miffed with that. It has a lot of other great things like jojoba and witch hazel. It has lavender. It has shea, which is also really moisturizing. So a lot of great things. It also has squalene, which I will say has been in a lot of the masks that I thought were good as well. So that's another thing to look out for. Ceramides, niacinamide, shea, any of those, all really great. So anyways, I don't know about that. What do you think? Okay, so then a couple of other ones that I have tried recently. This is the Patchology Flash Mask 5-Minute Sheet Mask Milk Peel Exfoliant. I do feel like it exfoliated, but to be honest, I was expecting a little bit more exfoliation than what I got. It did give me a slight bit of redness, but there wasn't any severe irritation or long-lasting redness or anything like that. But I also, you could feel it working, but I didn't see like an amazing amount of exfoliation, so I was a little disappointed in this one. It was just okay. I did buy a 4-pack of these, so I will of course use them up, but I don't know that I would repurchase these again. It was just meh. So one that I really liked was the Tatcha Luminous Dewy Skin Mask. So there were some things I really loved about this mask and some things where I was like, hang on here. I need a drink of water. Been talking a while. Okay, so I absolutely think that this made my skin look luminous and dewy. I absolutely think it does what it promises. I felt like it could have had a little bit more of a hydrating effect on my skin, but again, it doesn't claim to be hydrating as much as it claims to be luminous and dewy. So I feel like this sheet mask, which first of all retails for $12, which is kind of a lot, I feel like. I feel like this would be great if you have like a special occasion coming up and you just want your skin to be really glowy that day. Using this in the morning before you do like your makeup and your skincare routine, that might be a great option. If I'm really trying to get tons of hydration in the winter, this would not be the sheet mask that I turn to. But if you've got a wedding, or maybe you're a bridesmaid or whatever, or you're gonna speak at a conference, or you're seeing an old friend, or you're going to your class reunion and you just want to be like glowy and fabulous, I absolutely think you should get one of these and slap it on your face. Now, this did have a lot of serum in here, and it does say to leave it on for 20 minutes, I believe. But the one thing, 15 minutes. The one thing about this mask is I felt like the mask started to dry out even before the time was up. So one thing I would recommend that you do with any sheet mask, but especially with this one, is before you open the pouch, just make sure and like tip it back and forth to really make sure that the sheet mask is really soaked with the serum before you pull it out. And then the other thing is I did wear this when I was like standing up, not when I was just like reclined back and like letting it soak in. It doesn't stay on the face very well. I felt like I had to keep pressing it back in. Now I do wonder if that was partially because I felt like the mask was just starting to dry out, and so it was just sort of pulling away from the skin as it was drying out. So I did end up having to like dump the serum onto my hand and then like press it into the mask repeatedly while I was using it. So some pros and some cons, but my skin was definitely glowy and luminous. One that I did think moisturized very well is this tonymoly, the black tea nutrition and moisture mask. I absolutely think it hydrated. It says the hydrating skincare contains high quality black tea recognized by England's royal family. Now what England's royal family has to do with skincare, I don't know, and I mean I get that it's black tea and yada yada, but I do think it hydrated. I think my skin felt so much more moisturized and soft after using it. So if I found these again, maybe in a multi-pack, I would buy this and absolutely use it. I thought it was lovely. Do I think it's like the winner of all the sheet masks? No, but I do think it's very nice. And maybe a little less pricey than some of the other ones, which is nice. So if you're on a budget, that might be the one for you. Now, possibly the winner of all the sheet masks would be the last two. So this is the Vital Hydra Solution Deep Hydration Sheet Mask. It says it protects the moisture barrier and cares dry skin. I'm assuming they're supposed to say cares for dry skin, but this is by the brand Dr. Jart. I got this in a recent sheet mask kit. I absolutely loved it. I thought my skin looked so hydrated and felt so lovely after using it. I used the sheet mask at the end. I had some like leftover serum. I put it on my hands. The skin on my hands looked like moisturized and hydrated and so much softer, and I have some like dry patches like here on my finger, which actually does not really come across on camera. It's actually looking pretty good right now. But this really made a huge difference. I actually brought the sheet mask down to my husband, which I mentioned this in another video because I was talking about how I bought more of these. So there you go, you know I liked it. I brought it down to my husband when he was working in his office, and I was like, rub this on your hands, it makes such a difference. So I did end up ordering more of these. Absolutely love it. I will definitely be picking those up anytime there's like a Sephora sale. I did look, Ulta does not carry it, but Sephora does, and they retail for $6. So not a terrible price point. You know, if you can get them when you have a 20% off coupon, hey, all the better. But yeah, I absolutely highly recommend these if you need some hydration because your skin is dry this winter. And then another one is the 111 or 111 Skin Harley Street London. Now I had talked about this brand because I got a moisturizer, their Cryo Gel Hydrating Moisturizer or whatever it's called, in my IPSY Glam Bag Plus this month, which I did recently try and really love. I did use that on my skin today as well, and I do feel like my skin's looking pretty good today. But this is their Rose Gold Brightening Facial Treatment Mask. Now again, this one does have glycerin as the second ingredient, along with lots of other wonderful things. It has apricot, it's got grapefruit, licorice root, which I've mentioned as being one of the ingredients I've seen in a lot of them. It has the sodium hyaluronate, some collagen. It's got a lot of really great things. I think I mentioned that this was actually started, I said dermatologist, I meant to say plastic surgeon. So this was started by a plastic surgeon, and the 111 was the number of his address on Harley Street in London, of his first practice. So he is a plastic surgeon, not a dermatologist. But I feel like this brand is, first of all, it's ridiculously expensive. I want to say these sheet masks retail for like $35 or something insane. I got them in a FabFitFun because I don't think I could ever shell out like $30-something for a sheet mask. I think it might hurt my soul. But they're absolutely, I will say they're worth it. I mean, if you have that much money to go buy in a sheet mask, I highly recommend this. I think it's great. But I also think that the brightening sheet mask from Pharmacy and the Dr. Jart, both of which are $6, could maybe give it a run for its money. So if you're on a budget, try those two because they're great. But yeah, this one is very nice as well. So top sheet masks are these ones, and hold on, I've been stacking them all up now. This one. Okay, so most of these have brightening in the title, so something to keep in mind, but the winners of the sheet mask category are the brightening sheet mask from Pharmacy, the brightening face mask from Karuna, the Vital Hydra Solution from Dr. Jart, absolutely love this, and the 111 Skin Rose Gold Brightening Facial. So those are the winners. Most of these were very nice, but those are the standouts in this category. So anyways, I would love to hear from you guys. If you have a sheet mask that you have been absolutely loving, that you have repurchased over and over, or one that you found recently that you're just loving, definitely let me know that in the comments below. I always love getting suggestions from you guys as I'm suggesting things to you. Influence me as I influence you, friends. But until next time, I just want to say, please give this video a thumbs up. It really does help out my channel and this video to be seen. Subscribe if you are new. I would love for you to stick around. I've done all kinds of fun videos. I will pop a few up for you guys to check out in case you missed some. And don't forget to hit that notification bell so that you don't miss out on any future videos. And you know I'll be talking to you soon. Bye guys!